Next one is from Joe Atherton. The subject is AEW Aim High. Subject AEW Aim Higher. Hello, Keeping It 100 crew. I've seen a lot of self-congratulatory tweets from AEW wrestlers and staff alike for last week's 900,000 people rating. Again, they're beating NXT in the ratings, but I don't quite get the Barry Horowitz treatment and patting themselves on the back. Hell, TNA got 2 million when Russo was there. First, you're beating WWE's developmental brand. That's not to take away from the great talent in NXT. Guys like Keith Lee, Killer Kross, Undisputed Era, all tremendous talent, but it's still their C brand. Raw and SmackDown have sucked for years now, but they still can't pass their pathetic number. Secondly, the only reason NXT even on the USA Network was to eat into AEW's ratings. Vince and Triple H know the type of people that like NXT are the same that's going to watch AEW for the similar style. Vince doesn't care about NXT's ratings as long as it eats into AEW's demographic. I generally think on paper AEW have an outstanding roster. I think if the talent was less hands-on with booking, they'd have a great chance to break 1 million viewers and give it a faltering Raw and SmackDown a real run for the money. What should you guys do to push AEW to the next level? And that's from Athers from Blackpool, England. Let me get my take here first. Is this because this is all the dirt sheet writers, like in the wrestling business, the dirt sheet guys are kind of fanboys and they want to cheer the business, okay? But me having no skin in the game, Conan having skin in the game in AAA, and like what as podcasters, we want the business to grow and we want more fans watching wrestling than watch now. Now, AEW invented this whole ratings thing over the demographics, right? Because that's like the TV ad. Like it's not like the old ratings. So depending on but WWE and WCW Monday Night War, which had more people watching the show. That's all we cared about, right? But brother, there's still like the dirt sheet guys and the fans are still ignoring what I think is a problem. In October, it started 10 months ago. Okay. The main wrestling SmackDown was doing like 2.8 million, 2.5 to 2.8 million viewers a week. Raw was doing like 2.2, okay, or 2.5, whatever. And when the first week of AEW versus NXT, AEW did 1.4 million, NXT did 900,000. They drew 2.3 million fans, okay? This is the wrestling war. Everybody was excited. Everybody was like, hey, this is a new era. Like, I'm excited. Bro, let's fast forward 10 months. The maximum audience of wrestling watching on a given night is not 2.8 million people anymore. It's 2 million tops. Fox just did 1.9 on Friday, so like 1.8 on Monday, and 1.65 now on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Wednesdays.
And like I said, so from 10 months since it started, they had 2.3. Now they're at 1.65. SmackDown was at 2.9. Now they're at 1.9. And bro, for people like us that are in podcasting, yeah, there are probably a lot of people that listen to these podcasts that don't watch the show.
If our numbers are going down like that, I'm worried.
Right. Okay. So I'm like saying, I just think that they're still not addressing a lot of the problems in professional wrestling in this country, needing to draw more fans. The wrestling industry in the United States is still losing fans. We got some back this week because more people watch TV, but bro, there's 800,000 to 1 million people that were engaging in October of last year, okay, that were watching. And wrestling has not really done anything to figure out why did those people not watch it. They watched for a month and they have not really come back. And like wrestling's gradually still losing fans. And we try to address that each week on like mistakes, but like people just do not want to hear the mistakes. They just want to hear the positives. And the positives are kind of like hidden in the middle of some negatives. And nobody's pointing out the negatives. And like I said, I think you watch wrestling today and there's still just a lot of things that they're doing to turn off people like me that would be watching all of the shows if they were better.
Well, and here's the problem. It isn't just like you. You just gave numbers and then numbers 10 months later, and they've gone down for two major reasons. The product is not that good, and there's no fans. Add to that no fans, but they were already going down before the no fans.
They were. They'd already dropped down to like they're around 900. Their average audience. This was like their average audience, 880,000 people. That's what they were drawing from January through the first 3 weeks of March when the pandemic, and then the pandemic became a deal, right? And Fox and SmackDown, Fox and Pro, that's the thing, is if people are leaving, then this is why Raw and SmackDown are responsible for everything. Because if those fans are leaving, it's not like they're leaving and they're going to go watch NXT instead. They're just leaving watching wrestling. And we got to figure out a way to get these people back, because if there was good Bro, 10 months ago they were watching. It still wasn't good. And 10 months before, year before that, they were watching. It's just decreasing every year. And it's like I'm saying, there's a lot of things that they're doing differently that wasn't done before. I think there's definitely the social justice element of the wrestling fans is a contributing factor because they're very off-putting to a lot of people and stuff. And like they're kind of an annoying fan base that exists today. The work has gotten way more ridiculous in the way that this past like 6 months were over the top. Everybody and their mother is slapping the leg. And but bro, a year ago, this wasn't happening. You know, and like there's just guys are not throwing punches anymore. And this is very acrobatic. There's a lot of dives and stuff. And I don't know. It's like these are factors that I think could be attributed to people, but nobody else is talking about these. You know,
not only that, bro, we've got a lot of untrained wrestlers, not very well trained wrestlers in the ring that they're being pushed into the ring before they're ready. And we could name a million names. And then you've got a lot of people that are backstage writing that have never written for wrestling before. They're young, new to the game. You know, you have a new generation coming in that wasn't well trained.
Yeah.
You know, they're all like fans. All the boys are fans. All the writers are fans. All the promoters are fanboys. That's how it is now.
Yeah.